All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the interview screening process. And the screening process is all about selecting the candidates that you want to speak with and inviting those candidates into the interview process. So this is the first step in the overall interview process. So let's take a quick look at our recruiting process at a high level here. So far, what we've covered is we've looked at the sourcing process. And in the sourcing process, we sourced our candidates from job boards, from outbound outreach that we did, right, where we DM'd, we emailed, we called people, and from referrals. And we've got, out of all of this, we've got a bunch of candidates that are interested in talking to our company. So all these candidates are interested now in talking with our company. Let's say we've got 100 candidates. And now they're going to go into the interview process here. That's the next step. But before they get to actually chat or talk to somebody at our company, we're going to screen them. And this is what we're going to cover in this video. This is really step number one in the interview process, is to screen candidates. After we screen them, then they'll actually start going through the interview. But this is step number one. And the reason being is because we'll probably have hundreds of candidates that have applied to the jobs on job boards that we've reached out to and want to talk to our company, and then some referrals we've generated. And the truth is, not all of them are going to be a great fit. And that's why we've got a screen here. So we have the screening process here so that we can vet candidates. And during the vetting process, this is where we are just doing a double check to make sure that before someone comes into the interview process, they are a good fit. And we're going to vet them on a couple of things. We're going to vet them on, location to make sure that we can work with them. We're going to vet them on high level, their skills to make sure that they are a good fit for the role. They can actually do the job. We're going to vet them on, their passion. What are they looking for in their next job? What are they looking to do long term to make sure, again, they're, a fit for the role. And then we're going to vet them on the job search to see, are they actually looking for a role right now? And that may seem kind of silly because, of course, they're looking for a role while they have applied, but you'll be surprised that there's a lot of folks out there that will apply to a job and they'll say, hey, you know what? I'm really excited to work for your company. I'm looking for a job in 6 months, right? Maybe I'm graduating soon. Or maybe, I can't leave my current job, but I'm looking down the road. And that's just not someone that we can work with right now. Or maybe it is, but, in most cases, we're looking to hire somebody today. So we want to make sure that the timing's right here. So we'll call it job search timing. Job search timing. So you can think of all of these things here as double checking for ICP, double checking for your ideal candidate profile to make sure these candidates that you're about to talk to match that. And in the screening process, what you're going to, let's just give ourselves some space here. So to screen a candidate, you're probably first going to just check their resume. You're going to do what is called a resume screen. And that's step number one, right? This is number one. Do a resume screen. And on that resume, you're going to look for all of these ICP, anything that you can tell from resume ICP-wise to see if they're a good fit. And after you do that, then you're going to invite a handful of those candidates in for a phone screen. And this is the first real contact that you're having with candidates for a phone screen. And typically this is, a 15 to 30 minute call where you're going to keep checking for all this ICP information. So you just want to continue to really qualify these candidates every step of the way, because then the next step, you're going to introduce these candidates to the hiring manager and the hiring team. And you want to make sure you're not wasting those people's time. You want to make sure that you've done your job to vet down and screen these candidates so that only the best of the best candidates are making it through to the hiring team there. And typically what the numbers will look like, we can put some numbers to this. You might have 100 candidates enter the sourcing pool. And by the time they go through the screen, you might be left with, call it 10 to 15 candidates. And typically it's closer to the 10 range that you're going to pass on to talk to in that phone screen. So maybe, you'll probably look at all of the resumes. You look at, 100 plus resumes, and then you'll phone screen maybe 15 candidates. And then you'll pass on maybe 5 to 10 candidates, depending on how many roles you're hiring for. to the interview stage, which the interview stage of the hiring process, which we'll chat about in the next video.